The devil, witches, and isolation. So the devil don't try to isolate everybody. What happens is with God's people when they seem to be isolated, it's because when that person of God is too strong and too powerful to allow too many of the wrong people or any of the wrong people in their life, then they're gonna appear isolated, because the devil is not gonna stop his people from coming to you. He's only gonna stop God's people from coming to you. So you'll see like some good people that may have like a bunch of the wrong people around them, but ain't nothing you can do about it though. That's between them and God, and this and that and stuff. But I'm just saying that is because the devil constantly brings tricks. And I do literally mean tricks. People that seem harmless to them and their spirit and purpose. And it be a whole bunch of them that seem harmless and this and that, because if they knew that they was harmless, they wouldn't be around them. Now, a person that's too powerful enough to see, because they can see through this stuff real quick, or because their relationship with God is so close that they ain't gonna allow them to be tricked for too long. They're gonna always be by themselves for the most, but God do has a special person for them. But the devil will continue to try to use other people around each other to try to keep that special person away from them. So it's not straight isolation. It is, but it's not. The devil does not want to isolate us. He wants us to be surrounded by his people so the devil can stop us. And the only way to stop us most of the time is to have the wrong people in our life. Me and other people, if they're real strong, they're not going to allow anybody in their circle except for the right person. And it's not that the devil don't attempt. The devil attempts so hard to. That's why I end up having people in my life, including both of my parents. It's not even right for me. My mom going too. It's like, and I knew deep down I couldn't trust my mom. And I think my dude, my baby, my love, I think he knew deep down something about her. I think I almost sensed it that he sensed it. It was something about my mom. Like he didn't really fuck with her like that, maybe. And truthfully, he was absolutely right. If that's the case, he was absolutely right. My family, period. So at first, when he said fuck my family, I was like, I shouldn't have said that. A lot of them dead. But now I'm like, they can stay dead and they will. And now I'm like, yeah, I'm with you on that. 100%. For real. It's like you already knew. I didn't. You knew before me. I did not know. But the devil don't want to isolate us. He wants to keep us isolated from God's people and our purpose, so it wouldn't happen. So he will have and keep bringing his desperate people, because the devil is desperate. So he's desperate to bring his people into our life to stop us and hold us down and keep us from from our destiny helpers, whatever that is. I be hearing about that stuff from a lot of spiritual people too, but they try to keep us from that though. So like I said, he don't want to isolate us. He just want to keep us away from who God wants us to be. Well, the devil is a rebel against God, but he just don't have all power over God at all. God is still over him. That's why the devil rebelled against God, because the devil don't like that. He don't like that God is over him. Doesn't that sound like a lot of people? Exactly. People that remind me of that spirit, just like if they don't want me over them and I'm actually spiritually over them, meaning my soul and spirit have more weight than yours, but you think you finna be over me because you're a boy or a male, and this and that. Oh no. That's all of the devil. And my spirit has more weight than your name for a reason, even if you're famous. For the some of those I'm talking about that tried. But that's the devil's spirit all the way. And you think I'm not gonna ever notice? Or you think I don't notice or didn't notice? Rebellion, and certain, not all rebellion is bad, because a lot of times good people have to rebel against God. That's why we got the authority. That's what we need salvation for. So we can't rebel against the worldly ways and worldly rules that try to bound us and suppress us if we follow. You know what I mean? So not all rebellion is bad, but I'm talking about when you rebelling against God and anything that's holy, just because you want it, just because you want to be over it, you want to be in charge. None of God's people wants to be in charge of anything. We just are, or we just get handed that position and stuff. We don't want anything. We want stuff, but we don't want that. It's just that's God's plan. And other people just don't like it. They're so rebellious that they actually don't even like God's choices. They don't like that God chose these people, us or whatever, and not them, to have that weight and power of their spirit or soul, whatever. But yeah, so I'm finna get off, but yeah, just wanted to talk about that. Oh, what's this is on the ceiling? I don't know if I did that or did my dad's kids do it, because he gave my dad some drinks. My dad put the kids in and snuck and gave them some drinks, and he did that shit on purpose, chocolate milk, and they spilled it on the ceiling. But all right.